All right, gentlemen, let's talk about something real. If you've been feeling like your get up and go just got up and went, you're going to want to listen to this. Today, we are digging into a simple secret from a urologist, Dr. Rahmat, that could honestly change everything in as little as 2 weeks. Okay, let's jump right in. So, does this picture feel a little too familiar? You wake up in the morning, but that energy, that confidence, that spark you used to have, it feels like it's a distant memory. Well, I'm here to tell you, you are not alone in this. And more importantly, there is a really straightforward way to start getting it back.
I mean, let's be specific here. We're talking about waking up and still feeling dead tired, dealing with those constant nagging body aches, and maybe the one that hits the hardest, that dip in confidence, especially when you're with your partner. It's this quiet feeling of just not being the man you remember. And it is incredibly common.
And look, this isn't just in your head. The numbers absolutely back it up. Dr. Rahmat, who's been a urologist for 25 years, says a staggering 8 out of 10 of his male patients over 60 come in talking about these exact same issues. So the main takeaway here is this. Yeah, it's a natural part of aging for a lot of us, but it is absolutely not something you just have to live with. And get this. The solution isn't some crazy expensive medication or a fancy imported supplement. Nope. It's probably sitting in your kitchen right this very second. Kind of makes you wonder, right? So, let's kick things off with a real-world story that just perfectly shows how powerful this simple fix can be. This is the story of Pa Sutrisno, a 65-year-old retired headmaster. Pa Sutrisno walked into Dr. Rahmat's office and he said exactly that. He felt like an engine without any horsepower. And here's the wild part. All of his lab work, all his tests, they came back perfectly normal. His heart was healthy, blood sugar was fine. The real issue, and this affects about 90% of men over 60, was simply poor blood circulation. Think about it this way. You can have a great heart, a great engine, but if the roads that deliver the fuel and oxygen are all narrow and clogged up, that engine just can't perform. So what did Dr. Rahmat do? He didn't prescribe some powerful drug or a complicated therapy. He prescribed an egg. That's right, a simple chicken egg, but, and this is key, with very specific instructions on how and when to eat it to get the maximum effect. And the results? They were just incredible. 2 weeks later, Pa Sutrisno calls the doctor, totally ecstatic. His energy was back, his confidence was through the roof, and his wife couldn't believe the change. I mean, this is the kind of powerful, real-world proof that you just can't argue with. So what is going on here? What's the big secret inside this ordinary egg? Well, it's not magic, not at all. It's just pure targeted nutrition. So let's break down the science of what's happening. Okay, the first hero in our story is a little something called L-Arginine. Now, I want you to think of your blood vessels like a garden hose that, over the years has gotten kind of stiff and full of kinks. L-Arginine basically acts like a natural pipe cleaner. It helps relax and widen those vessels, which lets the blood flow freely again to every single part of your body. And you can really see what a huge difference this makes. On the one side, you have poor circulation. It's like a jammed-up highway during rush hour. It's a traffic jam that just leaves you feeling sluggish and weak. But on the other side, with the help of nutrients like L-Arginine, that highway is a wide-open toll road, delivering oxygen and all the good stuff exactly where it needs to go, efficiently. All right, next up, let's talk hormones. So after you hit 40, a man's testosterone levels typically drop by about 1% every single year. It's kind of like a battery that's just slowly losing its charge. By the time you hit 60, as you can see here, you're just operating with a lot less power than you used to. But here's the cool part. An egg contains a whole team of nutrients ready to fight back. Dr. Rahmat actually calls them the vitality team. First up, you've got zinc and vitamin D. Think of them as natural chargers for your testosterone. Then you've got selenium, which is a powerful antioxidant that fights that hidden inflammation, causing all those aches and pains. Next is vitamin B12, which helps wake up and regenerate nerve sensitivity. And finally, choline, which sharpens your mind and helps level out your mood. They all work together for one single goal, bringing back your vitality. Okay, so we've looked at the science. Now let's get into the good stuff. Let's break down the 5 key benefits you can actually feel, all backed up by stories from real patients. And this really puts it all together perfectly. Let's just walk through this. First, improved blood flow. You get guys like Pak Bombong saying he felt a warmth that had been long lost. Second, stable hormones, which leads to comments like the one from Pak Hendra. My wife says I seem young again.
How great is that? Third, awakened sensitivity. Pakaguz described it perfectly. It's like a system that was off has been turned back on. Fourth, less inflammation. You feel like Pak Dedi, whose body felt light, no more aches and pains. And finally, a clearer mind and a better mood. So you feel like Pak Yanto, not just physically fit, but mentally fresh.
All right, this is probably the most important part. Let's get down to brass tacks. Exactly how to do this so you can get the kind of results we've been talking about.
So here it is, this simple but really powerful morning ritual. About 30 minutes after you wake up, and that's important because that's when your body's testosterone is naturally at its peak, you're going to eat 2 eggs. This gives your body the exact fuel it needs right when it's most ready to use it. Now, Dr. Rahmat suggests soft-boiling them to keep all the nutrients, but scrambling them with a little olive oil is good too. But the most important step here is number 4, consistency. This can't be a weekend thing, it really needs to become a daily habit. Now, just a few key things to remember to stay safe and get the best results. For the first week, just start with 1 egg a day. Let your body get used to it. If you can get your hands on organic or free-range eggs, that's ideal, but honestly, fresh, regular eggs are still very effective. And make sure you're drinking plenty of water during the day to help with that circulation. And this is a big one. If you have a history of high cholesterol or any other health issues, please have a chat with your own doctor before you start this routine. Now remember, we're not talking about a magic pill here. This is about building a powerful, new cornerstone for a healthier, more vibrant lifestyle. Something that delivers results that actually last, not just some temporary fix. And here's a pretty realistic timeline of what you might expect. In that first week, you'll probably just feel a general boost in your energy. By week 2, a lot of men start to notice those morning signs of life coming back. And after about a month of being consistent, the goal is to feel totally revitalized, like you've been reborn. Just remember, everybody's body is different, so be patient and just stick with it. And if you really want to supercharge your results and make them last, pair this egg ritual with these foundational habits. A 30-minute morning walk does wonders for your circulation. Getting good quality sleep, that's non-negotiable for your hormones. Cutting back on smoking is critical. And, this might be the most important one. Talk with your partner. Dr. Rahmat noticed that patients like Paksu Trisno, who shared this journey with their wives, found it actually deepened their emotional connection too. I just think this is the perfect way to look at it. Your body is a classic. It has served you well for decades. And just like a classic car, you don't just discard it. With the right fuel and the right care, its performance can stay absolutely incredible, no matter how old it is. One of Dr. Rahmat's patients, a 75-year-old man, shared this simple, powerful idea. Just let that sink in for a second. It is never, ever too late to take back control of your health and your happiness. So we'll leave you with this one question to think about. You've spent your entire life working hard, providing for others. Isn't it time to make a small, simple investment in yourself? 2 eggs a day for your own health, your own vitality, and your own happiness. Seems like a pretty good trade, don't you think?